Hey, pressure washing business owners, my name is Jonathan Henderson with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros. In today's video, I want to go over 4 of our clients' Google ad results for the month of January 1st through January 31st of 2022, as you guys can see right here. And if I did all of our clients' results for the month of January, this video would be 3 hours, right? But the reason why I want to show these 4 clients are for 2 reasons. The first reason is going to be there's a lot of pressure washing businesses that have the capability of running Google ads or any form of marketing throughout the winter, but they get hesitant because they say, is it going to be effective, right? So I want to show you that that can be effective. I know there's other businesses out there, pressure washing businesses, that it's way too cold, and also, you may not have the money or the manpower to still run, advertising throughout the full year. Or you might just want a vacation, and I understand that. The second reason why is because I want to educate, right? Because when it comes to Google ads, you have some guys that always just focus on the cost per conversion, right? You have some guys that only focus on the leads, right? And you have some guys that focus on conversion rates. You have marketing companies saying that, hey, if you're not getting your cost per conversion between $30 to $40 for Google ads, then you're messing up. Or if you're not getting this many leads a month, then you're messing up, right? And I say BS on that. And the reason why I say that is because running a Google Ads campaign for a particular pressure washing business is different for each one, because some guys have different goals. Some guys will pay as much as they want possible for, the most amount of leads. Some guys want to stretch their $1,000 as far as they can possible, so they want different types of cost per conversion. So in this video, I'm going to show you clients that utilize all of these methods, right? So that you have a better understanding of Google ads and what numbers to actually look for, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So this first client that I'm showing you guys is based out of the lovely peachy state of Georgia, right? So as you guys can look, like I said, this is the period between January 1st and January 31st of 2022. And this client, as you see the cost, this client spent $1,700. The conversions right here, he got 27 conversions, which basically means leads. How many people called him or submitted a contact form. The cost per conversion is essentially the cost per lead, as you guys can see right here, which was $65 for him, and I'll explain that in a minute. And then the conversion rate is 34%, which is in the 1 percentile for pressure washing businesses. This is a very good conversion rate, right? And I will show you guys that. Because a conversion rate basically means out of these 79 clicks, how many of these people actually called him or submitted a contact form? How many of these people turned into actual leads, right? And so if you look at the industry average for, average conversion rate for Google ads, as you guys can see, that's what I typed, it's 4.2% for all industries. Now, if you look at just pressure washing businesses on average, this is a reputable company that is putting out this information, but it says that their conversion rates are between 15 to 30%, but are typically around 20%, which I can also verify these numbers as well, because we also get around these numbers and even better, as you guys can see, right? And so when you look at this, you say, was this ROI, was this effective for this client? And I will say yes, right? In the winter months still, in January, it's cold, so there's not a lot of demand, right? And so what a lot of pressure washing business owners need to know is that whenever the demand, whenever there's a lower demand, you're going to pay more of a cost for the lead, right? But this client spent $1,700 and got 27 leads, you know what I mean? And his average ticket is $500, right? So, like I said, he got an apartment complex as well from one of these leads. So he's done about, I want to say he's done about 10K plus. But let's just take that apartment complex out of the equation and let's just standardize this. Let's say that he just closed half of these leads. And like I said, he's in a pretty good area in Georgia. So his average ticket's $500. He's not the most expensive, but he's not the cheapest. So let's say he closed half of these leads, right? At 20, he got 27 leads and he closed half of them, right? Which would be 13. And he spent $1,700. But let's put my management fee in there, which we manage Google ads for our clients for $500 a month. So that means that he closed 13 leads, for $2,200. And each lead was, like I said, so let's do the math here. So like I said, he has 13 leads that he closed for $500, right? So that is $6,500. And you divide that by 2,200 with my management fee and how much you spend in ads. And you can see he's basically at a 3x with his money. But it's really more than a 3x because, like I said, he landed a apartment complex, which is why I tell a lot of pressure washing businesses to run Google Ads in the wintertime. Your competitors aren't doing it. And property managers are still looking for these services year round, right? So you might go ahead and you might say, Jonathan, this cost per conversion right here is $65 though. That's kind of high. And you're right, because like I said, when demand lowers, the cost per conversion increases. If we take a look at this client's account when we were running it during the busy season, let's just say July, right? Because I know he had a really good July. So July 1st through the 21st, or July 1st through July 31st of 2021. We look at this, these are outstanding numbers. These are numbers that 99.9% of marketing agencies aren't going to get for pressure washing businesses. We converted at a 49% rate. He got 142 clicks and 70 people. He got 70 leads off of 142 clicks. Basically, half the people contacted his business. And look, his cost per conversion was $46 because it was still in demand. And he, like I said, he spent $3,200 for 70 leads. You know what I mean? During this time period. And I can tell you during this time, I want to say he closed a couple of commercial jobs, so that number spiked again. But let's take the commercial out of the game and let's just, like I said, make it standardized. Let's say that his average ticket is $500, and let's say he closed half of these leads, these 70 leads, right? And he spent $3,700 because, like I said, I'll add my management fee into this $3,200 that he spent, right? So if he closed 35 leads, right, at $500, you know what I mean? That's $17,500, right? And we divide that by 3,700. You know what I mean? With my management fee and how much he spent. That is a 4.7x, basically, that he got on his money. And like I said, he got commercial jobs too, so this number is a lot higher. He usually gets about a 10x with our Google Ads. But I want to do this so that you guys understand the mindset behind this, right? Because a lot of guys say like, oh yeah, but what's the cost per conversion during that time or this time? And I'm like, all those numbers depends. This client's goal and strategy was just to try to get as many leads as possible, which we're doing for him. You know what I mean? So let's move on to the next client, right? So this next client is based out of Florida. You know what I mean? And if you take a look at his account, we run ads throughout the entire year. And right now, like I said, if you look at the totality of his numbers, because we're running a pressure cleaning campaign and a roof cleaning campaign, right? So we're like, the pressure cleaning is just basic things like house washes, driveways, decks, all that kind of stuff. And obviously, roof cleaning, right? So in the individual campaigns that we're running for pressure cleaning, he's getting about $9 per click or $10 per click. He's gotten about 28. He gets about 28 or 29 leads at a cost per conversion of $40 a lead. So $40 a lead is pretty good. And he's converting them at basically 25%. So 1 out of 4 people that clicks his ad, he's converting them, right? And so those are really good numbers. Also, in his roof cleaning campaign, he spent $1,200, right? And he got 20. I'm just gonna round that up to 25 leads, and he's spending $50 per lead. You know what I mean? Now, if you look at his average ticket between roof cleaning and pressure washing, and we combined them, his average ticket is about it's $400. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do $350, right? So let's say $350. So overall, in both campaigns, he spent $2,300. He got 53 leads, and it's at a cost of, he paid $45 basically for each lead, and he's converting them at a whopping 29%. So basically, 1 out of 3 people that click his ad are being leads, right? Are converting into leads. So let's say once again, he spent $2,300, but let's add my management fee to that. So let's say $2,800. And let's say he closed half of these leads for $350. Like I said, he does some very high residential areas, and he's also closed a parking garage in this campaign as well, right? So the numbers are way better than what I'm about to show you guys. But I'm just going to standardize it so it's easy to comprehend. So like I said, let's say that he spent $2,800 with my management fee in total for the month of January for Google Ads. And then after that, he closed half of these leads, which is 26 leads, right, for $350. So 26 leads times 350 right here, like I said, that'd be $9,100, right? $9,100. And then, like I said, 2,800. So he spent, so let's divide that by 2,800, right? This is still a 3.25x. He's still a 3.25. It is 3x his money that he invested with us. But like I said, it's more around 8 to 10x because he closed a parking garage, I want to say, for like $5,000 or $6,000. You know what I mean? So really it was like a 10 to 12x that he had on his money. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, the reason why I'm showing this client, he's a Florida client. It's a basic campaign. He said, Jonathan, I want to get as many leads as possible for, the most effective price as possible as well. And that's exactly what we're doing for him. Could we get the cost per conversion down to like $30? We could, but that would be at the sacrifice of him getting less leads. So we don't want to do that. We're fine with getting a little bit more cost per lead because if you close more jobs, it's like it doesn't matter if you spend $100, right, for 2 leads, but those are, if you spend $100 or let's say you spend $200 for 2 leads, but those 2 leads you close and they ended up being $1,000 job, you would pay for $100 leads all day. That's why I tell people, like, stop just looking at the cost per conversion. Look at what your goals are. Look at your closing rate. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to show you another client in a southern state as well, who we're still running Google Ads for. We're still running Google Ads for this guy, like I said, and he's in a southern state also, right? It's still cold up there. But at the same time, look at these numbers. He spent $1,200. His conversion, he's getting $25, or he got 25 leads, and he's paying $50 per conversion, which, like I said, the demand's lower. So since the demand is lower right now, the cost for conversions or the cost per lead is going to be higher, right? It's going to be higher. But we're converting at a whopping 38%, right? And I showed you guys the numbers in the beginning of the video. These are astronomical numbers, right? This is proof. This is data, right? So we're converting this at 38% for him. You know what I mean? And he's got 25 leads, $1,200. Now I know for this client, his average ticket is also about $350. Now, I know that he got a big HOA job from these Google Ads, and so he's cleaning like something like 40 houses this upcoming spring, which I'm not going to take that in consideration because, like I'll say once again, a lot of guys miss out on leads because they don't run Google Ads during the wintertime. When your competitors are sleeping, you need to be advertising. You need to be advertising because you sometimes may not even get the most cost-effective Google Ads campaign, but it only takes 1 or 2 jobs in order for you to make your money back. And so, like I said, for this client, his average ticket is about $350. Let's say that he closed 12 leads at $350, and let's put my management fee in there. So he spent $1,200 in his Google Ads account, but let's add $500 for my management fee. That's $1,700 that he spent. And let's say he closed half of these leads right here, which would be 12. So he closed 12 leads for $350, right? Which would be $4,200. And then let's just go ahead and divide that by $1,700. You know what I mean? For how much he spent in my management fee. And this is still basically a 2.5x that this client's getting. Like I said, it's more because those HOA job he wouldn't have landed without the Google Ads anyway, right? With the visibility. And so it's a lot more. But I'm saying to standardize it for it to be easily comprehensible, it's 2.5x, right? As a number, just to show that. And so this client, for him, he's already kind of busy enough. So his strategy is essentially just like, Jonathan, you know what, for my campaign, just get me, the most cost effective. I only have, $1,500 every single month to go ahead and run for Google Ads. And so just try to give me, trying to make my money stretch as long as possible for this $1,500. And that's fine. Because guess what? When the busy season hits, this number will probably be around $35 per, the cost per conversion. So yeah, you know who you are out there if you're watching this video. We're going to still be crushing it and killing it. You know what I mean? So the last campaign, right? Save the best for last, right? Save the best for last. And so with this client's campaign, this client's actually out in Florida for this one. So I showed you guys 2 Florida clients now, which it'll be this client and the client that I showed you. And like I said, I showed you guys 2 guys that are in southern states where it's still kind of cold, right? So this last client, like I said, is in Florida. And, if we're looking at his numbers right now, he's running a pressure washing and a roof cleaning campaign, right? And like I said, if we just individually look at the pressure washing campaign, right? Am I happy with this cost per conversion of $84? I am not. I'm not necessarily happy with that. But he's happy though. And you're like, what do you mean, Jonathan, he's happy in that sense, right? There's other agencies that claim that they can get my cost per conversion to be $30 to $40. And I could make his cost per conversion be $30 to $40, right? But that'd be at the sacrifice of us not getting as many leads as us getting 22 leads in that sense, right? In this particular area, because this particular area in Florida, it is very expensive to run Google Ads. Very, very expensive to run Google Ads, right? And so when I look at it, he spent basically $1,900 for 22 leads, right? For 22 leads. I'll say basically 23. I hate how Google does like 22.4. And then, like I said, he's converting about 19%, right? Not the best necessarily, numbers for just a pressure washing campaign like that. But his strategy is he wants to get as many leads as possible. He's got money to spend, and he said, Jonathan, I want to capture as many leads as I can as possible. And I said, you know what, man? We can do that for you. Simple, right? And so, if you look at his roof cleaning campaign, there's even better numbers, right? Which roof cleaning, his average ticket for roof cleaning is like $800, or I'll say 600. I'll say 600, but because he claims, but I'm like, it's probably around $600 for his roof cleanings that he's doing. Average ticket roof cleanings in Florida for his is $600, which is why it's so expensive, because you can charge a premium price in his area. And so he got basically 31 leads for $1,200. The cost per lead for that was $41, right? And we're converting them at a whopping 45%. Almost 50% of people that click on his ad are basically hitting him up as a lead. And so in totality, he spent $3,100 for 53 leads, and each lead is about $60, and he's converting them at 28%, right? So I'm very satisfied with this campaign, and he is as well. He's very satisfied with the campaign. And so when we look at these numbers, let's go ahead and standardize it again. Now, I don't think he's closed any commercial jobs, to be honest with you. I think they've all been high-end residential kind of jobs. Because like I said, with Google Ads, people are searching for your stuff. Like, unlike Facebook ads, these people are searching for your particular business. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, if we're going ahead and we're looking at it, like I said, this client has, $3,100. Let's put my management fee in there, right? Let's go ahead and put my management fee in this equation as well. So my management fee is $500, right? So that's $3,600 this client spent. You know what I mean? And let's say he closed half of these leads, which would be about 26 leads. And let's say his average ticket was about $500 between the pressure washing and the roof cleaning. So 25 leads at $500, right? Which is $12,500. And like I said, that'd be $3,600 that he spent in totality. So that'd be $3,600, right? And as you can see right here, this is still about a 3.5x. A 3.5x. Like I said, these numbers are probably a lot more because, like I said, he calls me sometimes. He's like, Jonathan, man, send me pictures or, a screenshot of his Instagram and be like, Jonathan, I just closed this $1,200 roof. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, man, that's awesome, right? And so, just looking at these numbers, like I said, it could still be a 3.5x for him. It's probably even better for him. But like I said, I'm just standardizing it. So you guys kind of got a taste of some of our client results and what they're doing for their Google Ads campaigns, right? Because you guys can get the same type of results just like this. It just really depends on what your goals are. Because I hear guys talk about Facebook all the time where they're like, with Facebook, like I said, I can get a lower cost per conversion. Yes, you can get a lower cost per conversion on Facebook, but those people aren't as warm as these leads here on Google. Google, these are people searching for you, right? So you're gonna have to pay a premium price for that. So if you guys need help with your guys' Google Ads campaigns and you want to get more leads, go ahead and click the free strategy session button below and get in touch with us. We'd love to see if you would make a great partner with us to go ahead and grow your business, and to see if we would be a good fit so you can get some good numbers like these clients did themselves. Like I said, everybody has a different strategy. Some guys want to stretch their money, as far as they can and just have good cost per conversion. Some guys want to let the wheels off and just get as many leads as possible. So we have each kind of equation. We can solve each kind of equation for you guys. So once again, if you need help with your Google Ads, hit the a free strategy session URL below in the description. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.